Are you curious how I can be outside in Texas 3 days before Christmas in shorts and a t-shirt? Check out this question. All right, number one frequently asked question that I see and that I get is, what's the weather like in Austin? I just told you. It's raining. It's been raining for 4 days. This is not like normal Austin October weather. This is typically the shoulder season of the fall. Temperatures get really nice, but this is a little bit weird. And, you know, I've seen this said a lot of places. If you are tired of the weather, wait around for 5 minutes. Guys, this is a real thing in Texas because this summer we had 100 degrees, 110 degrees. I don't know how many days in a row, but our spring was super nice. It was nice and mellow. We thought we were in for an easy summer. Then, bam, Mother Nature said, nope, you're wrong. And then after summer was over with, it started to cool off a little bit earlier than normal. We got some nice weather in September, which is usually pretty hot. Now it warmed up again. We're getting rain. So what's the weather like in Austin? It's constantly changing. Typically, summers are hot. Newsflash, you're in Texas. Okay, we're on the edge of a desert here. So, you know, over 100 degrees in Texas is nothing new. Typically, we'll hit over 100 degrees for 20 some odd days at least. And sometimes we'll have 40, 50, 60 days of 100 degree weather. So in the summer, it is hot. There's plenty of stuff to do that you can, you know, get out of the heat. Got air conditioning, got a bunch of lakes and rivers and stuff like that around. But it gets hot in the summer. Now, fall and spring, it varies a little bit. Like I said, in the fall, it can stay warm later. It can cool off earlier. In the spring, it can stay cool later. It can warm up earlier. But typically, fall and spring, those are amazing times in Texas. And people love to get outside. Spring, you're always going to deal with thunderstorms and things like that. So, you know, you are going to have some pretty nasty storms. And some parts of Austin have storms a little bit worse than others. So, you know, if you want to take that into account, if weather concerns you, make sure you ask about that. But fall and spring are typically amazing. Got a lot of 70 and 80 degree days here, a lot of sunshine. And the winters are typically pretty mild. I mean, last couple of years, we've had some crazy weather. You may have heard of snowpocalypse. We ended up with like 9 or 10 inches of snow out here. And it stayed on the ground for a week straight. It was crazy. And then this last year, we had a really bad ice storm. But those are kind of atypical. I mean, we're going to have a bad ice storm about every 5 to 7 years, maybe. Snow's about the same. It's not very often. You know, you get ice every year and school shut down as a result of it. But for the most part, winters are fairly mild. You're going to be outside a lot during the winter. Not going to be swimming unless it's a heated pool or Barton Springs, but you're not going to be swimming in the winter. But for the most part, winter's really mild. And so that season, call it from October all the way through April, is typically really, really nice weather. You have to deal with Texas summers. It is what it is, but that's what the weather's like. We usually get around 27 inches to 29 inches of rain. But the thing is, it's not like Seattle, which is very similar. I think they get about 30 inches. It's not like Seattle. It doesn't rain all the time. We get periods of heavy downpours. I mean, we can get 6-7 inches of rain in an afternoon. That's not atypical. And that's a part of those storms that I was talking about that are usually coming around in the spring. But there you go. That's what the Austin weather's like. And that's exactly what I do on this channel, guys. I answer questions about Austin, Texas, and about the surrounding areas. Now, you may not be ready to subscribe to this channel, but if you like the content, do me a favor and at least give me a thumbs up. That's how YouTube spreads the word about this. It helps me educate other people. And if you're in love with this content and this is what you're looking for, go ahead and subscribe. Click that bell notification because I definitely want you to be the first one to know when I put out new content.